Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make an electroscope. This is a very easy DIY and you probably already have at home everything you need for it. But first, some of y'all may wonder what an electroscope is. The electroscope was the first electrical measuring instrument and it was invented by British physician William Gilbert around 1600 and was used to detect the presence of charge on bodies. For this project, you will need a bottle, or in my case, a jar with a cap, a plastic pipe, a rigid metal wire, a piece of aluminum foil, and some glue. Next, with the help of some pliers, give one end of the wire the shape of a little hook. That will do it. Pass the other end of the wire through the plastic pipe and then give the other end the shape of a spiral. Take a small piece of paper towel and roll it around the wire so that you can secure the wire inside the pipe. Do the same thing with the other end. Drill a hole in the cap and pass the hook through the hole and insert the pipe. Make sure that the hook arrives about at the middle of the height of the drawer. Like this. Okay. Next, fold the aluminum foil in half and cut it in order to form the shape of a droplet. So here is the result, and the aluminum foil was folded along this edge. So if you cut a little bit like this, you end up with two identical aluminum droplets. If I can separate them, of course. And here we are. Next, with a pin, poke a tiny hole at the top of the droplet. And finally, attach the two droplets onto the hook. And flatten them as much as you can. Close the drawer. And you may want to secure everything with some glue. And that's it. Our electroscope is ready. The electroscope can detect an electrostatic charge, positive or negative. And in order to generate an electrostatic charge, all we have to do is to rub objects made of different materials against each other. For example, I can rub a piece of glass with a cloth, and by doing so the glass loses some electrons and becomes positively charged, while the cloth retains these electrons and becomes negatively charged. This is known as the triboelectric effect. So, let me rub the glass. So now the glass is positively charged, and we can observe it on the electroscope as I approach the glass to the terminal. See how the leaves move apart from each other. What is happening here is that the positive charge on the glass attracts the electrons from the wire and the aluminum leaves to the top. The result is that the leaves are now lacking electrons and are positively charged, which is the reason why they repel each other. But the electroscope hasn't lost its electrons, they are simply accumulated at the top. That's why when I move the glass away, the electrons move back to the bottom and the leaves no longer repel each other. This means that the electroscope wasn't charged. It only had an induced polarization. But now if I approach the glass sufficiently close to the terminal, some of the electrons are going to jump off the terminal and end up on the glass. Note that I'm not even touching the terminal, but now you can see that if I move away, the electroscope still shows that there is a charge. So the positive charge on the glass is now reduced, and the electroscope ends up with a positive charge. It can be discharged either by bringing the negatively charged cloth or simply by grounding the terminal by touching it. See? And now the electroscope is discharged. Note that the electroscope reacts the same way when we charge it by contact with a negatively charged object. This means that the electroscope cannot directly tell us whether the charge it carries is positive or negative. However, we can figure it out by comparison. For example, let me use now rubber and the cloth. Will the rubber be positively or negatively charged? In order to find that, let us transfer the charge from the rubber to the electroscope. And let us see how the electroscope reacts when we approach the glass, which we know is positively charged when we rub it with the cloth. If the leaves move further away from each other, it means that the charge on the electroscope is positive. If they move closer, it means that the charge is negative. Alright, you see that they move closer when I approach the positively charged glass. So the electroscope's charge is negative, and now we know that the rubber is negatively charged, which means that this time the cloth is positively charged. So this is how an electroscope works, and by making comparisons between different materials, it is possible for us to build a triboelectric series. The triboelectric series is a ranking of materials based on their tendency to gain or lose electrons when rubbed against another material. It helps predict which material will become positively charged and which will become negatively charged due to the triboelectric effect. Materials at the top of the series tend to lose electrons easily and become positively charged. Materials at the bottom tend to gain electrons and become negatively charged. If you like this video, please give it thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.